What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to your 28th CSS tutorial, and this is going to be an amazing tutorial because in this lesson I'm going to be teaching you guys how to apply styles to more than one element at a time. Because before we had to take each element and apply one style at a time, and it took a lot of time, and I'm just way too lazy for that. So I'm going to teach you guys how to save some time, and also we're going to be learning something else if I don't run out of time in this video. So the first thing we need is just go ahead and add some normal text on your web page, not up there, down here in your body. This is normal text, and under this just go ahead and make a header 1. You can actually make whatever header you want, but I chose header 1. Why not? And go ahead and write like this is header 1 in it. And under your header, go ahead and make a paragraph. There's my opening P. And in your paragraph text, just write this is a paragraph or anything you want. So anyways, like I said, what I want to teach you guys how to do is apply styles to more than one element at a time. So before, what we did is we had a tag, for example, our header tag, which we would put h1, and then we would go ahead in our curly braces apply whatever style, property, value we wanted to. And then under that, we would have another thing like p for paragraph, and then in here we would apply whatever same style we want. But what if you had this crazy idea that I want to apply the same style to two different tags? For example, I want to turn all the text in my paragraph red and also all the text in my header red. So if we wanted to apply the same style to more than one element at a time, here's a nice little shortcut for that. Instead of writing on several different lines, we can go ahead and write h1 just like before, and we can write a comma, and then after that go ahead and add your other element on the same exact line. So this saves you the trouble of not only having to add many elements, but on one line write all the elements you want. You just have to remember to separate them with a comma, and then you only apply that rule once. And when you apply it once, it's going to affect all the elements you told it to. So like I said, it saves you some time. So let's go ahead and check out an example right now. If we go ahead and take the property color, set it equal to red or something simple, something that shows up good, and go ahead and save that. Now check it out. The normal text stayed the same right there because it didn't get affected with our CSS, but the header and paragraph both turned red. Even though they're on the same line and we only said that CSS rule color red one time, it applied it to both the paragraph and header 1 element. So again, like you can see, this saves you a whole lot of time whenever you're applying the same style to many different elements. And I did it with 2 elements in this example, but you can do it with 3, 4, 5, however many you want. So anyways, that's what I wanted to show you for the first half of this tutorial. Now, let's just go ahead and delete everything because that was simple enough. What I want to show you guys now is something called span. Now, before I taught you guys how to apply styles to entire elements, for example, in the lesson I just showed you, how would you apply the style to an entire header, or how would you apply a style to an entire paragraph? But say for example you have a paragraph. Let me go ahead and make one real quick on your screen like this, and there's a bunch of text in it. Let me just type some stuff. This is my first para and I love carrots and apple pie. So you have this wonderful paragraph on your screen, and this website's looking pretty good so far, but you get this crazy idea that maybe you want to apply a CSS property to, maybe just a couple words. Well, we know that we can't apply it to the paragraph or it's going to affect everything, so how do we solve that problem? Well, what XHTML did, or the wonderful people who made it, they invented a special XHTML tag, and it's called span. S-P-A-N. And whenever we want to affect just a group or a block of text, what we need to do is we need to surround that text with our span tag. So let me go ahead and surround like I love carrots with a special span tags. Now this is a double tag, so it has an opening and closing. Span, and let me go ahead and end it right here. Span. And now you're saying, alright Bucky, so how do I actually apply a CSS rule to this? Well, again, just like any other element, just go ahead and type the element name, which is span, up here. And I'm not just making this word up. You can't like write your name and put it in here and expect it to work. Span is actually a built-in thing. So, don't go making up words on me. So anyways, in your curly brackets, just write it like you write any other normal CSS property. So let's go ahead and something different than color. Let's go ahead and change the font weight this time. Let's change this to bold. And also, might as well change the color to change it to green. That should look pretty good. So now, let's go ahead and save this and refresh and check it out. None of the paragraph is affected, but your span, which is pretty much like custom-made tags, that might be an easier way to understand it, that is the only part that's affected. So if you ever come across this problem where you want to apply a CSS rule, but you don't want to affect the whole tag, you can insert these custom span tags, and then only the text that's in between those tags is going to be affected. So that's pretty sweet. And again, like I said, span is a keyword that you need to use. You just can't use any word you want, like your name or your favorite food. You need to use the word span, or else your browser is not going to understand it. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys for this tutorial. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out my next lesson.